On House, the answer is lupus. On Ghostbusters, it's let's cross the streams.
Pretty sure I heard that.
It's a thing.
Yep. Totally a thing.
Yep.
I think it might be an Abraham Lincoln quote.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer. He totally came out with it.
Clearly.
I forgot that's a real movie.
It was a real book, too.
Really? Oh, God.
There's a whole series of those kind of books.
Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
That was the first
I've read those. Is the Sensibility and Sea Monsters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm here. Sorry.
It's all good. I hadn't heard of the Sensibilities and Sea Monsters.
Oh, it's excellent.
It's totally in his new what's his Kindle pack called again? What do we call his little Kindle pack where he gets a new book every month?
Bag of Kindle.
Bag of Kindle.
And I have parentheses smut.
All right, with that, when last we left the Sun Puppies, Spider, Sim, and Narga had some mushrooms that Narga had first seared with radiant energy and then fried up with some fire. Ro and Barrett, after meeting a peculiar creature, were teleported back to where the rest of the group were. And that is where we meet our party once more.
Okay.
So, Ro and Barrett, as you are teleported in this grove of trees,
I remember everyone.
We did that because we were very excited that we found the point of origin, and none of us realized that we are not at the correct meeting spot.
No.
Everyone failed the roll.
And I decided to take a hit on whatever they were smoking, and I think everybody fell for it except Barrett.
Yeah.
And then Barrett actually did take a hit because he was like, "Oh, why not?"
Well, I looked at you, laughed that you didn't, and was like, "This be fun." And then I took a big drag, and I believe we ended it there.
okay. So,
where to begin?
where to begin? First with Narga. You ensured to use radiant energy to clean the mushrooms first, correct?
Yes. Narga is very careful when he imbibes the Zootomoy spores. He always makes sure that he uses radiant energy because the one time that somebody used fire energy, it caused them problems. So yes, he used radiant energy this time.
Okay.
And now he is out of spores, so he can't do it anymore. He'll have to get some more.
New quest. We're going to the abyss.
That is up to you guys.
But not really. None of us have any way of getting to the abyss right now.
I'm sure we're already destined to go there, but
Challenge accepted.
So you are not feeling connected to Zooktamoy and all of her sporelings throughout the multiverse. However, those that have ingested these mushrooms feel more connected to each other in this circle at this moment in time.
Aww.
Precious.
To the point where a little bit of thoughts are blending over, or what you think might be each other's thoughts.
I've never been so happy that I'm uninvolved. Hearing everyone else's thoughts. Good
Are there
God.
strobe lights? I feel like there's strobe lights.
Pretty much every time that there's a Narga thought, Narga then it's immediately afterwards Narga actually says it. So it's not like anybody has great insight to Narga right now.
Not really missing anything.
Yeah, there's no filter at all.
not realizing that I'm hearing Narga's thoughts, I'm thinking that he's hearing my thoughts because he keeps saying out loud what I'm thinking. It's very confusing.
Just talking about stealing stuff. I definitely shouldn't have stole that rug. What?
That hat was a good investment, though.
Yes.
All right.
Really makes his eyes pop.
We were going somewhere, weren't we?
We're going back to Sherwood, I think.
Yeah, that's what I
But
thought.
we
A roll just got made and something got moved. So.
it looks.
Uh-oh.
Wasn't there a big black dog earlier? I
There
feel
was a
like
dog
there was a
before
puppy
we
that
got
we
there.
ignored.
Yeah.
It was.
Wasn't it looking for Spider? Not that I was there. Out of character.
It did.
No.
Yeah, pretty sure.
So I do have to ask Spider, because you had in the chat earlier, in an earlier session, said you gifted the coin box to Sim.
Yes.
Did you put any of the coins that came flying out of the portal in there?
I didn't put anything in there. I gave him the box.
Okay. Then,
And I don't remember what the box was, but
so in that case, this
I
very
think I identified it because it was a box of holding, but it had to be the size of the box.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember you identified it. I remember I said you could have it, and that was all I remembered about it.
okay.
It's my new lunchbox.
Okay. So this very black-furred, large hound is seeming to kind of be looking at your group, with everyone being kind of high except for Ro. You can't quite tell which person that it's focusing on, but at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
I want to go try to pet it.
I mean, if you're high, right?
Yeah, I have animal handling. This will be fine.
Good.
Exactly.
Yeah, animal handling has worked really well for everyone so far.
Wow.
Thank God.
How did I lose initiative?
That's a really good question.
Can't find it. There it is. Oh no, I know.
Are you actually high? Is that
I
what you
didn't
wanna
want to say that, but I
Was gone for a week.
There it
Your eyes are a little glassy. Yeah.
is. Rolled a 7.
you know, I've been accused many times because of how glassy my eyes get.
Just in general.
Naturally, I was detained by Petaluma police for 3 hours one night.
So, due to the hound rolling so abysmally, Ro, you do see this hound, and you are up first.
And you see Spider going, oh.
Shit.
Actually, yeah, Spider is next. I remember the puppy came up before we got there. Would anyone have in their high ramblings mentioned it before?
Narga might have. Narga would have been like, there was a big black dog that wasn't me.
So since I guess Spider's next up and he's paying attention, I'll nudge him real quick and ask, is that the dog you guys saw before?
That's when you see what I just typed. Sim whispers loudly, like, "Hey, I think she might be looking for a good time, Narga." And like, follows Narga.
Narga is not dog.
Puppy.
Specious.
Any pouches.
Okay.
Let me see.
Sim, remember, you do know what this hound is. It is a hound of the night.
Welcoming.
It is a fey hound used by the Shadow Court.
That does sound vaguely familiar. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with my puppy.
Okay.
For a good time.
I don't know what to do about it other than, I guess, like, prepare a spell in case it decides to attack. Can I tell if it's hostile or anything?
You can roll an insight check
Okay, I'll do that.
or an animal handling check to
You're
whichever.
a druid.
Nah, my insight's better. I'll stick with that.
Okay.
That's scary.
Shush. Rude.
Out of the druid Hogwarts to play.
Insight. Oh, and my insight just bumped up, so hot.
All right. So you can tell that hound is looking very aggressive. Its hackles are all up. And even from this distance, you can kind of hear a very guttural growling.
That's bad.
Maybe she likes it rough. You don't know it's bad.
That's not how you would initiate that. Can I want to
Rough.
entangle it?
Someone got the.
You can certainly try. That's a strength saving throw, correct?
Yes.
All right. And the area around it will be difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay.
For up to 20 square feet around it, and I would just pop it right on top of it.
21?
Pretty sure that beats me.
Okay.
Strong
Yeah.
doggy.
Still, the 20-foot area around it is difficult terrain for it.
Okay, for up to a minute or concentration.
Okay.
Ooh, you made pretty plants. Nice. Do you think they bloom?
That's not what they're supposed to do. Well, that failed.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
I don't think I can.
Shadow Puppy look upset about the arrival of all of these plants.
How did I get noticed with how bad it beat my roll? It was like, oh, that's a weird vine. Yeah, there's not really anything else I can do, so I'll sit back and wait.
All
I
right.
guess.
Do you want to remain where you're at, or do you want to move?
Is this the configuration we're at?
It was currently.
Okay. I'll move. I guess better vantage point just to see it better. I feel like that's more clear as it moves in. These are
Is that the puppy?
yeah. These are these like mountain face or like cliff faces or something?
They're more like boulders.
Okay, but it's terrain.
It is
And
terrain.
it blocks it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have to.
You could probably climb over it if you wanted to, but you would have to make a roll for athletics or strength. If you could actually climb it.
No, I'll just stay there. I'm good. I'll scoot over along the wall. But
All right, Spider, you are up.
Speaking of things that failed,
Yes.
so is this a beast?
So this is a large monstrosity or fey. It is
So
not.
no, not a beast. Okay. So I am going to attempt to befriend it.
Okay, how are you going to attempt that?
He's got a brand new book.
I am going to approach in a friendly manner, as if it were a dog, possibly feral dog.
Okay.
So a little bit of caution, friendly tone,
thank you, Puppy.
non-aggressive,
This is gonna be fun.
animal handling, go.
Okay.
I'm gonna offer it a snack.
Hey there.
I will say that its ears are focusing on you, but its fur is still completely puffed out.
Okay. It needs a treat, so I'll be getting a treat, and I'll toss it over there within reach.
Okay. Are your coins on you, or are they on your horse?
Probably on me.
Okay. It is now Narga's turn.
All right. First, Narge is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he is going to bonus action cast Hex, giving this thing disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Okay.
And then okay. From this distance, can I tell if this is a male or female dog?
Hold on, I'll check.
Give me a minute.
What is your passive perception?
10.
You gotta sniff it out.
In that case, you are going to have to do a perception check for me.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Because it would be based on scent from this distance, you would have advantage on the check.
Okay. Well, I'm not a dog, so like, I don't know if I actually know the difference in the smell. But okay, I'll do the check anyways if it's a free check. So
It's a free check.
okay. No, I have no idea. Okay, so instead I'm gonna get on all fours and I'm going to roar as much as I really can. I'm gonna try to intimidate it to go away.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for intimidation. I will have it roll for insight with disadvantage.
15.
Nope. Okay, so it is scared of Narga. It is at least intimidated by him. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Would you like to do anything else?
Bonus action, and movement, so I'm good.
Okay. Barrett, you are up next.
I'm gonna move a little closer and ready an ensnaring strike.
Okay.
But I'm gonna wait until other people's movements.
You don't.
I don't want to cast it right away. I want to see what happens with the intimidation and giving it a treat.
So, are you actually prepping that action for a certain trigger?
Yes, if it lunges.
Okay. So, the way that I have read the hold your action is you're still technically casting that spell. So,
Okay.
if it doesn't lunge, you would still lose the spell.
Okay.
Unless Scott has read something.
So
else.
here's the thing about Ensnaring Strike. Ensnaring Strike actually is a bonus action. He's actually holding his attack because of how Ensnaring Strike actually works. He is casting the spell, but it lasts a minute, so
Right.
it's the next time he actually hits it that it
Okay.
actually goes off. So it's,
All right.
Ensnaring Strike is like Smite. So
Okay. Awesome. So you cast Ensnaring Strike as your bonus action, holding your action for if it lunges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is now its turn. So you, as it comes 5, 10, 15, as it comes there, you do get to go ahead and fire. It is kind of like lunging forward. Its speed was halved because of Rose's spell.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and make your attack.
1 second. Wow.
3 does not hit. All right, so for its action, it is actually going to do Frost Breath. Directed specifically at Narga, but it is a 15-foot cone of frost. So it will hit Narga, Spider, and I think Barrett.
yeah, it would hit all of it.
Guys,
Okay.
I was trying to make friends with it.
Because it is scared of Narga, so it's going to go ahead and use its breath attack.
Narga's always ruining stuff.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, Barrett fails. Spider and Narga do not, so Barrett will take full damage. Spider and Narga will take half damage. Where is my... where are you?
Ah!
Jesus.
Jesus!
Easy. It's a big chili in here.
So, 19 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. For Narga and Spider, 39 for Barrett. How's Barrett looking?
I'm down to 10 hit points.
Okay.
I have to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Sim, you are up next.
Sim is still smoking his cigarette until called upon. He's probably heckling his teammates, being like, "What are you guys doing to the puppy?"
That was really cold. Really cold.
Hey, you should probably not cluster. Like, I'm just.
I
Like,
now understand why I could not tell if it was male or female, because I don't think someone could tell if I was male or female right now.
and
I've
as I'm
heard-
directing like that, I'm gonna go ahead and give inspiration dice to Barrett because he took the brunt of that. I'm suggesting that you guys not cluster. That's a really bad idea. I'm like gesturing with my mushroom trigger and still lounging.
Like every coach ever.
So you now have a D8 inspiration dice, Stefan.
Okay.
Do you know what those are?
I do not. If you could elaborate. Thank you.
Okay, so we don't have to hold up for you.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else Sim would like to do?
Nope.
Okay, back up.
What if we do Harry's book?
All right, back up to Ro.
Oh, I'm trying to find healing. Hold on. Because that would be the good thing right now. And the best thing I have right now is actually healing word, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I wasn't meant to disguise. Sorry about that. I will use my bonus action though to heal Barrett. So that'll be 1d4 plus 8. Okay. Of course I roll a 1. You get 9 hit points back.
Thank you.
And
How is it plus 8?
it said it was my spell. Oh, ability modifier. God, sorry, I read the wrong thing. I thought it said. This is why I've never been a caster before. I thought it said that a spell attack bonus. So the modifier would be wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's plus 5. It's actually 6.
6.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm back at 16 hit points.
Thank you.
So that was a bonus action. You do still have
Yes.
your action. Is there anything you would like to do?
I mean, instinct says to turn into a bear and attack it because that's kind of what she does. But what I might actually do instead. Wait.
Yeah, we've
Sorry.
seen that.
Oh, that's bonus action. Yeah, you've seen that happen a couple times. It's kind of her instinct move. Yeah, she'll turn into a bear.
Okay.
I forget actually, wait, is that a bonus or it's been so long.
So
Are you what type of druid are you?
she's a moon druid.
I'm a
You
moon,
can do
so
it as a bonus action. You can also do it as your action.
Yeah.
okay, good, because then I can use it as my my action. I feel like that's a bad move, but I'll do it anyway. I'll become a bear.
It at least gives you some extra hit points to not get
That's kind of what I'm
cold
thinking.
blasted. That sucked.
Yeah.
Glad I made that saving throw. I'd be unconscious already.
Before I transform, I will yell to Sim, like, if you can help keep anyone alive, I'd appreciate that. And then transform.
Sounds like a lot of work.
If you weren't so far away, I'd smack the cigarette out your hand. Help out your friends. And don't say we're not friends. You all got high together. That makes you friends.
Drug abuse is not nice.
Oh, shut up. All right. I'm a bear now.
Okay.
Drug abuse.
All right. Spider is up next.
All right. Spider wants to move up onto the ledge up here. Do I need an athletics check for that?
You have the climb ability that you
Yes.
took, correct? You do
Correct.
not need to make that check. It is rough stone, so you can climb right up it as though it was your normal.
Oh, actually, I don't have a climb ability. I have climbing claws, so I just have a bonus on climb. I have advantage on climb checks, so.
Then go ahead and make the athletics check.
With advantage.
Yes,
So.
with advantage.
Okay. And while I'm doing that, I will arm myself, and if I still have the ability, I will take a shot.
Okay. You still have the ability to take a shot because it did not take your action to get up there. You made your check, so that was
Right.
just your movement.
Flaming longbow.
Okay.
This is why theft is good, right?
Thievery pays off
22 hits.
always.
All right. Why is it not rolling my damage? Let's see here. 1d6 plus dex. Okay.
And if you are attuned to that one, you get an extra d6 for flame damage.
I do not get sneak attack for this one because he's not adjacent to anybody, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay, so 13. All right. So unless you have a bonus action, Narga is up next.
No, that'll be it.
Narga's turn.
Yes, Narga's turn.
Okay, Narga's gonna be like, that sucked," and then he is going to he'll start out with Scorching Ray at 2nd level. So there's gonna be 4 of these coming, or sorry, 3 of these, because Scorching Ray is a 2nd level spell. So 3 of these coming at him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The 225s hit.
I'm also gonna use Divine Inspiration to up that 15.
Okay.
So I roll 2d4 plus 2, and that's added to that attack.
Okay, that will definitely hit then.
Okay. Yeah, so 22 in that. And then, so with the Hex, that's 96 damage.
How do you want to do this?
96, not 96.
Oh, then roll the 90.
I'm like, yeah, I have 96 as well.
Oh, you were
I
all
was like, it just turns to ash.
Right.
Is it still up?
It is still up.
Then I'm going to Eldritch Blast it as a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm just going to roll the Scorching Ray attack because it's the same attack. 25 to hit?
That hits.
So that was an attack and then a bonus action for another attack?
Yeah, I just used
Jesus.
I just used my quicken spell to quicken a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
And then 12 more points of damage.
All right.
Blast cannon.
And then I'm gonna back the fuck up. 5, 15, 20. There we go.
Right. Okay, it is still standing. The fire that both Spider and Narga did seemed to really hurt it a lot more than you would have expected. It is now Barrett's turn.
Wait a minute. So the fire did more damage?
Yes.
So technically that Scorching Ray would then be 66 points of damage if it's vulnerable.
I took that into account.
Okay.
It is still up.
Oh, wow.
Barely, but it is still up.
Damn it. Literally with fire.
Okay, I'm going to... How does, sorry, real quick. Dual wielding? Or dual spec?
Remind me, did you take the feat dual wielding, or is that your fighting style?
Fighting style.
So, remind me, Scott, I think that means as a bonus action, he could still take a second attack, but he wouldn't add his...
if he's dual wielding with the fighting style, then it's just a bonus action attack, and it works exactly like any other attack would. If
Okay.
he didn't take the fighting style, then he wouldn't get to add his modifier.
Okay, so yeah, you get to make a bonus action attack with your offhand.
Okay. I'm going to try to charge it for a finishing blow.
Okay.
And my hand axe. And then another roll for the second, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay. And does Colossus Slayer apply to both hits?
Just the first hit.
Just the first hit?
Just the first one.
Okay. Let me see. Sorry, one moment. And the Colossus Slayer. Wow.
Okay.
You'd add another 3. He's missing 3 points of damage from that, but because he rolled 2d6 plus 3, it would have been 2d6 plus 6. But that's easy.
Okay.
It's still enough to kill this. So, would you like to describe how you kill this hound?
I'm gonna run up. I run up and slide underneath it, pull out both hand axes, and like decapitate its head. Like 1 strike, 2 strike. And then stand back up behind it.
Okay. As this happens, from roughly 500 to 1,000 feet away, you can hear mournful howling.
Awesome. Run.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna charge back over next to Narga.
Okay.
Tell from what direction.
Narga is actually literally like curled up against the rock, like shivering cold.
After seeing those fireballs, I'm like trying to cling to you for warmth.
Okay. So, from a distance, you can start to hear movement through the shrubbery.
The shrubbery?
The shrubbery.
I'm relocating.
Yeah. So, Sim, you are up next.
I am probably going to do my best to heal Puppy over here.
Thank you.
Let's see here. I mean, I'm not standing up to do so. I'm totally going to give him a supportive healing word. And I will say, Puppy, you did so magnificently against that big scary dog. And I'm going to cast. Why is that not? Oh, that's right. Wrong page. Healing word. And you know what? You got hit hard, right, Scott?
I think whoever failed got hit way harder than I did. So
I got hit pretty hard. I felt the breeze between the knees.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you need it more than Narga? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Probably, especially because Narga can heal himself if it comes to it.
All right. And then after congratulating you for how well you did against the big scary puppy, because I'm not going to take that away from you, I'm going to look at Barrett, take a big drag, and be like, you, however, you did not do quite so good, but don't worry, you get them next time. And I healed you for a whopping 8.
Whoa!
Solid.
Narga is going to go ahead and use a first level spell to try to.
You kind of cut out there.
I'm going to use Cure Wounds on myself.
All right. Okay, so they were roughly 1,000
For a
feet away.
grand total of 4. But I'm not using the sorcery point to empower it because I only have 2 sorcery points and we have more of these things. But I'm also going to go ahead. I'm still concentrating on Hex, by the way.
Okay. All right, you do have 1,000 divided by 60. Why can't I do math right now? What is 1,000 divided by 60?
It doesn't go in well, but
There's a calculator on your internet browser.
yeah.
Yes, you got a full rest after that not dryad fight.
Okay, cool. Then I'm not at 13 hit points. That's good to know.
Oh, if we were at that, I'd be so dead, right? Well, I wouldn't be dead, but Narga would be so unconscious if we hadn't gotten a full rest.
What kind of dog was that?
And Sim will, again, taking a big long drag and be like, "Is Shadow Fae puppy, they're not nice.
It's your dog?
No. No shadows. See? Smiles. Wrong court.
Ketchup has shadows. I see it. Narga sees it right there. It's
Yeah,
it's
look.
following.
Yep.
So
So your doggo?
No, you're my doggo, and you're my. Oh,
Narga is not doggo.
Yes, you are. You big puppy.
Narga is going to go ahead and investigate the doggo, mainly because I love Narga's great luck with investigation rolls so far.
You are more than welcome to go ahead and make an investigation roll.
Is the rock?
Come on, go for. Oh, I didn't get a natural one, so I didn't get a negative number this time. But 9.
It's definitely some sort of hound, kind of very cold, bits of frost around its muzzle from where it blasted you.
It's very cold. I warm it up, and I'll just firebolt the shit out of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I tell what direction the noises in the shrubbery are coming from?
I would say that it's not a very hard check, so yes, it is from the southeast. And they are getting closer.
Shit.
Who can I
Well, I
use?
can't communicate in bear form, but I'll move this way. And just...
Ah, it's a bear! Must attack bear!
You've seen me, Narga!
You turned into better while my back was turned. I was faced on dog. No,
That's true. I'll give him a little nod and just hope to God. No infighting.
Hey, a boo-boo bear.
Friendly fire, Eldritch Blast. Ah, shit, she's dead.
You should have left some kind of marking so we would know it was
She
you.
does have, I said in the first episode when she changed, she has the same golden stripe that's on her body on her bear form. But I don't know if that's enough for Narka to connect the dots, even though he's seen her before.
I'm trying to decide. I can actually do something that will let Narga know, but it wouldn't actually hurt you all that much. Would be a waste of an ability that I have. But I'm gonna go. It's funny, so I am going to change my hex, giving you disadvantage on Constitution checks, which don't actually exist in the game, and be like, "Oh, the bear is sorry, bro."
Just a little huff, like huffing with.
There's just a slight like cough.
Yeah.
Hope that I don't attack you. Because that's the other like nasty thing of X.
Yeah,
The problem is I now can't shift X until you fall unconscious.
Will that count if I fall asleep at some point, right?
Yeah, in the next hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Don't hex anybody. Okay.
Well, so Hex is weird for me. It doesn't actually count as one of my spells, so I can only do it once. What I just did was purely like I can't do that very often, but
I am going to go pour myself a little bit to drink as my throat is drying out. Please discuss what you would like to do. You have roughly half a minute before these whatever is coming is going to.
Should Sim feel like he should be worried?
Considering that you know that these hounds are normally accompanied by Shadow Fae,
Probably.
that only ever use them if they are specifically trying to hunt someone down.
Hey, Barrett, want to set a trap?
So Sim is gonna kind of go. I have two important questions.
Okay.
Number one, where is the rug? Number two, who pissed off the Shadow Court?
Okay, I will be right back.
Well,
Define Shadow Court.
Clearly, they're looking for you.
Sorry, I need 1 second.
They are not, because no one knows I'm gone yet.
No.
Another big one.
These strange wooden women who we saved from the dryads, they might know. You spent a lot of time with them after we saved them from the dryads.
We could go back. I am pretty sure it's that way, but
That is not what Narga is saying. Narga is saying that you said that no one knows you're gone, but obviously somebody knows you're gone.
No, I meant on the other side. On this side is fine.
The other side of what? We found you in a tree.
We did not.
The other side of
Second of all, third of all, on this side, this is happening. The people who would be looking for me are on the other side.
So, do we fight or do we run? Because Narga feels like we have a short amount of time.
We found like
Where is the rug?
Narga does not like that rug.
That's okay.
I'm pretty sure Barrett had the rug. I don't know.
So. Would it be possible for Barrett and I to string up some sort of trap in the short time that we have, or is that more involved?
Depends on what kind of trap you want to set up. You've got about half a minute, roughly.
You walk net trap or something. A rope trap.
Yeah, you could probably do a very simple rope trap across the path.
Make it fire.
And Narga has seen plants like this. It has come from very skinny Knoll. We call him Coyote. Always after a bird.
Right, we need an anvil.
I'm actually gonna try to. I want to like climb up into the hedges and kind of hide.
Okay, you can go ahead and make a stealth check. I would let Spider know your horse is kind of dancing back and forth nervously.
Oh yeah, where's he?
So he would be somewhere in this area.
Barrett, did you answer you weren't here for it, but Sim asked where the rug was before you climbed up into the hedges because he's looking for the rug.
And you have it.
I probably would have left it on Spider's horse.
Okay.
After we were all like chilling and smoking.
Would you have told us that?
Yes.
So to Spider, I'm going to say, that rug would make a fantastic trap in the dark.
He's right. I'm gonna grab it and run over here with it.
And Narga's going to go. I think it's time Narga gets out of here. Narga's a little hurt, and he's going to run over to the dog, throw it over his shoulder. Always good to have trail rations, and just run in the opposite direction where the sound is coming from.
Is it still on fire?
I didn't.
Carrying a
No,
dog?
you got cooked meat.
I've cooked meat.
So the fire went out though, like it's not still.
Yeah, it's firebolt. It wasn't like.
I thought it was still on fire. I was gonna think about going over and
I'm warming up a little bit.
Yeah, so Narga's going like just full dash this way.
Okay.
Because you said it was coming from the south.
East.
Okay. Then
gonna
Narga will. Well. Is there any way to tell which way is going to get me further away? Going north or going like west?
That would take a survival check, considering how lost you guys were earlier.
What's our party strong point?
Yeah,
And I'm going to give myself disadvantage because I'm a little scared right now. So I'm giving myself disadvantage on this roll.
I want to make one as well. That's alright.
So does the bear try like not that way?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, do I know which direction is correct or not?
Give me just a second. I was
Yeah, Doris.
populating.
Oh boy.
And I'll be right back. If Roshu decides she knows where she's going, Narga is going to hop on bear like it is mount.
I was gonna say she would like grab a hold of something, like pull you back, like this way.
Yes, Ro, you know the correct way would be towards the west.
Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as she pulls, she's like, bro, you know where to go. And like, yeah.
Jumps on, and I mean, if I can move with him, that's fine by me. I'll hope that he can communicate to them. No, this way, and run with him.
I just imagine
a
him.
trap is set up, like try to navigate people.
8-foot Narga on top of a bear.
Yeah, a bear riding
I
a
feel
bear.
like we would catch your attention, even if it's just a little bit. Hey guys, even Mr. Stealthy in the trees. I don't know if I'm big enough to carry everybody. Hold on, how big am I actually? I'm a size large. I don't know what.
That means you can
Nice.
carry a medium creature.
You can carry Narga barely.
Okay, barely. Yeah, tish.
Yeah, so you can carry
Barely.
Narga, but it would slow you down considerably if you put anyone else on your back.
Okay, no, we'll stick with. I'll just carry Narga and start. Yeah, going that way and hope that Narga yells at them. Hey guys, this way.
Guys, doesn't this look awesome? We should probably head this way.
This is so fun.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to make like a portrait of what Narga looks like for him on the bear, like floating in front of him, so he can see what he looks like.
It's pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
I imagine it was pretty freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Basically, what looks like a flint on back of a bear charging. Yeah.
Oh, and I put the sun puppy flag up there, like Narga's carrying it in the picture. That way he
Oh, of course.
Banner carrier.
He's our color guardsman.
So Ro and Narga are running.
This one.
Technically, Ro is running. Narga is riding.
Narga is along for the ride.
Is this green thing the rug?
The trap, I assumed.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Sim is gonna wander over to near it, like not there, and just lean against the rock, and like one hook, like one rock, just completely around him.
Just
Waiting.
super cash. While we're sprinting past through the opposite direction.
Total like
See, I have
bugs.
a command word. So worst case scenario, if they don't step on it themselves, I can use the other command word, step on it, and go straight up.
Smart Sim.
If things go according to plan.
I'm playing this real relaxed.
You're high enough for it, I get it.
All right, so you're chilling by the rug, waiting. All right.
Chilling like a villain.
Spider and Barrett, what are you doing?
I am getting ready to shoot as soon as I see them.
As soon as you see them.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna maintain focus on where the rug's at and just stand by with bow ready.
So we're all covering their escape. We're all covering their escape.
Okay. So, Ro and Narga, you make a pretty good distance during the next 20 seconds or so.
Okay.
As every 6 seconds, if you're running in bear form, you move like 80 feet.
Yeah.
At some point, I feel Narga like it takes him a while, but it's like,
Where is everybody?
what? Why aren't they running?
Yeah.
Narga feels like when one is chased by a superior foe, one runs. Is that not right?
When Ro notices, she will definitely slow down, if not turn around.
Okay.
Because if nobody's going with.
Do we come to a complete?
Alright.
As soon as we turn around and come to a stop, Narga will like hop off and just like kind of cock his head like.
Spider's like, what? It's got a mate.
Okay, so right around this time, Sim, you would see coming from, I hope you can see this pathway.
Uh-huh.
There are 5 of the Hounds of the Night,
Holy crap.
and there is a woman, a fae, with them. Tall, white-skinned, long ears. She has 2 horns curving up very nicely, as well as 2 horns that are kind of curving forward towards her face. And you would recognize her. The Shadow Court calls her the Enchantress.
Ooh, fancy.
Yes.
Does it look like they've seen me yet? Because I'm not really hiding and I've got a lit cigarette.
They definitely see you because the hounds would be able to smell your cigarette. So they kind of stop.
Then I will greet them in Sylvan.
Okay. She will command the hounds to stand by. And she will say, "How interesting. I never expected to see a satyr out here."
I am quite interesting. This is not untrue. Who were you expecting to see out here?
I was expecting to see, well, according to Grenwyn, after her interrogation, I was expecting to see a blue-skinned humanoid, some form of cat-dog-like creature. I think they're called gnolls. A lizard person and a dwarf.
Oh, right. Yes, I've seen them.
They went that way.
A puppy is awesome. If you ever run into them, let me just tell you, he is so entertaining.
Is he really?
He is. What are you looking for them for? I mean, they were fun, but there's way more fun to be had in this world than them.
Prior to Grenwyn entering my custody, she threw something of mine through a portal that she was fleeing from.
That was rude.
Very rude. She is being punished accordingly.
So you think these people have it? What is it?
Yes.
It's quite the entourage here. What is it? Titania's panties? Does she want them back?
Oh no, just a few.
Out of character, Narga feels that's something that Sim would have, not.
I mean, I was not pulling out, but whatever.
Oh, just some of my charges that were being punished.
They didn't have any people with them. What kind of charges are we talking?
Oh, various fae. They're not quite themselves right now, though.
I can say for certain that I was the only one of our kind in that party the other night. Let me tell you, they were all very impressed.
I would imagine so.
So what do your charges look like? I mean, if I run into them again, I can look for, the right price.
They're about this, kind of golden in color, kind of flat at the moment.
And Sim kind of pats himself down and pulls out a normal mundane coin, like one of these.
Oh yes, they look very similar to those right now. Only
Did you know that in this world, if I give someone this, they give me amazing drugs? Have you tried one of these?
I've not tried one yet. So, anyhow, yes. I suppose that if you are traveling with them, so long as you'd be willing to report back to me once my sentence is complete as to what happens to them, I could leave off for now.
I'm confused. You want them to keep your charges, or are you trying to get your charges back?
Well, to be honest, while I was trying to get them back, I think it would be far more entertaining for the spell to end while they're with you.
Oh, Jesus.
Awesome. I love a good show. What do? Do they explode? Do they grow into huge, horrendous monsters? What are they?
They do quite a few things.
Don't we all? But be more specific.
They both explode. Some of them do get rather large. Some of them get very small. Some of them do magic. Some of them are rather violent.
What did they do to get turned into these things?
Oh, this and that.
This and that. Sounds like politics. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll keep my eye out for these. Are they marked? How do we know that they're different from this?
So they are marked not by. May I see the picture on that one?
And I'll totally flip of the coin.
Ah, yes. They are not marked by this, whatever this person is on this coin, but by. What's her name? Give me one sec. By the Queen of Night and Magic's Vistage.
I'd probably recognize that if I saw it. If I run into them, I will engage them in a game of poker and see if I can. Have you played poker? It's really fun. We should play.
Perhaps some other time. Please take this, and she will throw a sending stone to you.
Ooh.
I would love to hear the story.
Yes, you would. You would love to hear from me, I know.
All right. She then disappears in a puff of smoke, and the hounds all dimension door away.
Oh. Sim will step forward onto his rug, sit down Indian style, give it a few minutes, and then give the command word for it to rise. Turn around, and he'll float over to the last place he saw Spider and say, "Hey, are you still playing up there, or did you run away too?"
Wasn't the rug rigged in a trap?
I know the command words.
But it's trap.
No, the rug was the trap.
Nah.
Oh, it was the bait. I thought it was part of the.
No. The
No.
rug was there so he could
Oh.
say the command word and it would wrap him up.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so I stand up from behind the horse.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look straight at Spider and be like,
What?
"Chasing me, you said, were they?"
Well, yeah. What'd she want with you?
I think you know.
I don't speak whatever you were speaking.
I'm gonna pull out my box and I'm gonna say, "This wasn't empty before you gave it to me, was it?"
What?
I mean, you've been warned. You heard what they do, and then I'm gonna float off in the direction that Narga went.
You were speaking
Wait a
Sylvan.
second. Hold on. Come back here. I'm getting on the horse.
You were-
Okay.
Slowly
Give
get
me an animal handling check.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not.
It starts bucking and braying, going crazy. Wow, look at you.
Momentarily, you feel the beginnings of electricity along its tiny little nubs down its spine, but it settles.
So I get a little tingle.
You get a tingle. You get a tingle from your horse.
Wow, at least it wasn't.
Hey, what did she say? Come back here.
Did Ro ever turn back into like a lizard folk, or is she still a bear?
I'm still a bear at the moment. I
Okay,
haven't
like,
turned back.
Because I'm pretty sure we kind of like stopped and just like
Yeah, we stopped and we're going back when we noticed no one was coming with us.
okay. Target's gonna be kind of slumped against the bear, just kind of like scritching its ears a little bit, just mindlessly.
I'm getting pets. So do we meet up at some point and see them bickering over speaking Sylvan?
Oh wait, I actually do
No.
speak Sylvan.
Oh, well, then you're fine.
Yeah, in that case, you understood everything that was said. Barrett, on the other hand, is probably running on his short dwarf legs behind you guys.
I had no idea I spoke so.
I'm trying to catch up to Ro as a bear so I can at least like ride her and keep up with everyone.
I'm not that high off to the ground. You could have like run up and like caught onto the back of the rug
Oh my
and pulled
god,
yourself
do
up.
it. Jump out of the trees and land on the rug behind Sim.
Yes.
Animate it.
Okay, athletics check for me to see if you can actually hit the flying rug. How fast are you going, Sim?
I was just drifting along casually, like
Here's flying casually.
My little dwarf legs can take me.
like walking speed for normal people.
All right, 17 does it. You do land on the rug.
Nice. Oh, hey, Barrett!
As soon as Narga sees that rug in sight, he's going to stop and like press himself against a tree.
Still in bear form, I'll try and like nudge you to pull you out. Like, it's fine, it's a fucking rug. Come on. Look, it's preoccupied.
That rug does not like Narga. Narga swears.
Sim rises into a standing position and like throws his hands wide in like a triumphant position and says, "The power of words has triumphed again. The mighty Sim has quelled the foes, which scared the vicious and mighty Naga into running away on his steed." Like he intentionally stumbled over the word.
What words caused her to immolate? Because Narga needs to learn them.
Immolate? Oh, you think that I lit her on fire? No. Well, maybe her loin.
She asked him out.
That seems oddly specific place. Narga always taught that aim center mass, not aim specific parts. That seems like a horrible, like, you never go for a small target.
Don't worry, puppy. We'll teach you the special languages later on how to make those parts catch on fire in pleasant ways.
Narga barely speak common. Special language is not.
I have a question that's not about this.
I have lots of questions.
Are you a lizard again, or are you still a bear?
No, I'm still a bear. In the direction that we were going to the west, the direction that we want to go to get to. Okay, so then now that I see everyone is safe and following, I will turn around and continue in that direction.
All right.
Naga, your steed, it leaves without you.
If Ro and Barrett
That's our
have
leader.
not-
We need to follow leader.
I thought you were riding her. What happened?
We thought you were following us.
I am, at my pace.
But and Narga will actually turn around, and just kind of slump head down, and just follow the bear.
Sometime during this, if Ro and Barrett had not noticed already, on the back of Spider's horse are the 3 snail flail shells.
Well, technically, actually, Narga was carrying one of them, so he has to go back and get it.
Okay. So Narga's carrying this large flail snail shell. It's iridescent and colorful and beautiful. And there's 2 more on Spider's horse that he didn't have before you guys teleported back in.
Can I survival check to see what they are?
Yes.
So, Sim, I don't get what happened.
Apparently, you took something that
There's some sort of large snail.
that turns into things that go boom and pow and zam when the snow wears off.
Ro, I see you are admiring the Dryad carcass.
I'll just nod my head, but pause as you say try, and I'm like, just tilt it a little bit.
Definitely not a dryad carcass.
Yeah, I'm like, no, but I also don't want to shift back to have the conversation. Because clearly this is there for a reason, so Rose actually appreciating the excuse to be mute for a little bit. And just listen in. She just gets to listen, though. I don't know what Barrett thinks of these shells, but
At the same time, as soon as like she doesn't shift back or engage at all, Narga goes back to pouting.
Oh,
no, I engage. I just don't shift back to speak.
Yeah.
I'm communicating through like grunts and huffs at this point, and just like little nods of the head.
Do I know what these are?
you can go ahead and give either a nature or survival check.
I did 13 survival.
Still don't really know what they are. They are some sort of large snail shell. They're very pretty.
These are some massive triads. I've never seen one in person.
You would know it, right?
Fine.
You can just ask.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna. Where'd you get these dryads? Nargo.
Oh,
They were attacking these kind of plant women. They wanted to, I don't know, get slime all over them, and they had these like 5 like tentacle ice stalks. They were slamming us into it. I fell unconscious. Narga actually died. Well, Narga thought he died like 5 times. It was like a miracle that he's still alive. But it was an epic fight. This is trophy. It reflects magic. It reflects magic. It's like Narga's now happy that somebody's actually asking him questions, and he'll go on for a while describing the epic battle that he was unconscious for like half of it.
Barrett's
And
just
how
gonna sit on
ketchup
the rug,
and
like, intrigued, just kind of like listening to Narga.
Now Ketchup and Spider saved Narga's life, and now Narga owes them both blood debts, and but he's not particularly happy about the blood debt to Sim.
So Sim and Spider's conversation has been having text here on the side as we talk.
Yep. Does Spider let him see the coins?
yeah, I'll take him out. I mean, he won't hand them to him, but he'll hold them out.
Yeah, I just wanted to look at one. I didn't even need any to see them all.
I mean, I don't even know which ones they are. I just kind of threw them in my bag here. It's a good thing I haven't paid for anything in a while.
Right.
Okay, so 20 of those coins, if you're going one by one through them, 20 of them have the Mistress of Night and Magic's profile on them.
So from what I got from what you were saying, they will transform into something, or they're going to explode. I didn't catch that part.
Both.
She was pretty vague about that. It's my guess that some of them are probably, I don't know, wizards or warlocks or some other foolish mortal magic user that will make things explode upon returning to their natural form when the enchantment ends. Or one could actually be a fireball they cast that was turned into a coin. You know, it'd be like, haha, I made your fireball turn into a coin type thing. You know, the queen, she has a very fun sense of humor. You'd like her.
That sounds fun. So, what if, and I'll just go with me here, what if we transformed one at a time back into themselves and requested a reward for our service?
I mean, if you think you can break one of those kind of enchantments, sure.
No, but I figured you could.
I can do a great many things, but let me tell you, when it came to the day where they wanted to teach me how to break magic, I was more enamored of this cool spell called Tongues. Not as interesting as I thought it would be, but the name was fascinating.
All right. Well, so what do we do with these? Spend
I
them?
mean, I would get rid of them, but that's just me. You think we could get so many good drugs for them? I bet you Narga knows someone. Because the stuff that he has, like my cigarette's probably like this small now, and I'm still like eking out the last bits of it. I'd be like, this was premium. We need more of this.
Okay, well, I'm sure we can get rid of them back in town.
Yes, let's do that. Maybe some booze too.
That's a good place to get rid of him.
Yes. Maybe not the same town where you got them.
We're not going back.
I'm just being helpful.
Gotcha.
Maybe not the greatest idea.
I just realized we're level 5, aren't we? Not level 4. Holy crap. Okay.
Scott forgot to update Narga, didn't he?
Yep.
Well, I was doing mine right as we started today, so.
I was gonna say, yeah, mine is half done, so I'm. This part of what's taking me so long is I'm clicking up and back between. Okay, leveling up. I use my ability mod up to do Constitution Wisdom, and yeah, I have it all down, just not in the sheet.
That
don't think I
explains
ever
something about
actually
my hit
picked
points. But
I don't think I ever actually picked which natural foe I was going for. I just said beasts. I totally should have picked Fae, clearly.
Obvious. Yeah, do that now.
I should have. That's all we fought.
just really quickly choosing what I want.
Those dryads.
Yeah, okay, I'll learn that. Narga does not have ability to break magic either. Narga has ability to summon ancestors to
I don't know how to help you.
Ginsu people.
Ooh, that sounds fun. We should do that.
I am sure it's going to be coming.
So someone managed to break this
Only one side of it was on.
in the bottle.
Oh
So now it's a shiv.
no!
Yay, Shiv.
You're gonna need like pliers. to
Yeah, you're
then-
gonna need pliers or something. I've got some on my.
Or a saw of some kind, like a
Just
plug-in
push it the
saw.
whole way through.
Or
It's
you
fine.
can just break the whole top of the bottle. Just smash it.
Oh no, that
Hammer.
that doesn't end well.
No.
If you've got a strainer, it'll be fine, because then you can still pour over the strainer. You don't have to worry about glass.
That is true.
Cheesecloth.
That works too.
I think he's going. Oh, he gets to hear everything. Okay, he's going to get pliers. He's fine.
Just brace it with your feet and hold the neck down with one hand, pulling up with the other.
Yoga pose. What could go wrong?
Well, if that's the case, I should be the one doing it. Let me know if you need help.
Scotty,
Yes, what's up?
may I have more?
Yeah, well, yep. Narga is just going to sullenly, like, contemplate the fact that, like, he could have cast his spells at 3rd level and made that even worse.
That's
Okay. Poor Narga.
Is it okay if I actually pick Fae as my enemy?
Yes.
Okay.
You could even like say that Sim is tutoring you on how to tutoring you about Fae.
Sweet.
That makes sense.
He's giving accurate information.
Yes.
Or is he being misleading?
No.
No?
I'm not allowed to lie.
Misleading, though. We've been over this. First of all, it's you. So.
Technically speaking, in character, we have not been over this.
No, I did with the people in Niti.
But we have not been over
Oh, you and I. Right. Sorry. I thought you meant in general
this.
conversation.
No. Yeah, no.
Okay, so you're gonna travel through the day. Is there anything anyone wants to accomplish as you're traveling overland?
I'm just gonna work with the horse.
I'm gonna rest.
Okay. Pass out on the carpet.
Yeah, Barrett's got this.
Does Barrett got this?
Does
I showed him the ropes before I took a nap.
Okay.
What should I name the horse, guys?
I don't know. Dryad. That'll really confuse Narka.
Hey, what was that? What was that elf lady's name?
I've already forgotten.
Enchantress.
Oh,
The Enchantress.
Enchantress. She went by a title and not her name, and I will share that.
It's almost as though she didn't trust you or something.
Wow.
That's okay. I didn't trust her either.
You guys seem to get along really well.
Well, you know, ladies like me.
Sim, I would say that in relation to your court, which was the summer court, correct? They are normally at odds with the shadow court, but it isn't like ongoing war. So if you could gain favor from a fae as high up in that court as the enchantress, it would go very well for the rest of your court and look highly favorable upon your father.
And she's just said to let these coins run their course wherever they run their course, so.
Yep, she just wants to know what happens.
Is there a reward for them?
No, she thinks it'd be more fun if you carried them, she said.
Oh, so we should definitely get rid of them.
Or perhaps you could convince someone in town to break the magic on them for you if they have someone potent enough. And then you could do your plan of one at a time and see how that plays out.
That sounds expensive. It's hard to steal spell services. You actually have to pay for that stuff.
Not really. You just have to be better at spells than they are.
Like I said.
I mean, you just cast a suggestion here, cast a suggestion there, and bada bing, bada boom, they do what you say.
Oh, well, trolls are immune to suggestions, so...
Are they? I hadn't heard that.
No, it's true. They don't have a lot of trolls around here, so I don't think you'd have heard that.
Narga is not keen with such effects. It is underhanded and the principle of Gratz. Narga believes in handling things directly with devastating firepower.
Yes, puppy, and you are so good at what you do.
Still not a dog.
I feel like there's a chart somewhere, and every time he calls him a puppy, it's like a check mark. And once it reaches optimum, he's just gonna get Eldritch blasted into non-existence.
Or inflict wounds, or scorching ray. Narga has plenty of ways. Or
Yeah, something like that.
Narga's going to cast Spirit Guardians and just not designate Sim as immune to it.
Yep.
As we're traveling, if nothing exciting is happening, I will shift back, and I can offer Narga. I mean, I haven't used any of my good berries today, so I could give him all of them to help heal. Since I think, are you napping? I don't know who's hurt anymore.
So Narga appreciates the gesture, but he looks at the berry, like eats one. It's like when a carnivore like tries to eat plant food.
It doesn't dig it.
Yeah, it's just like it's more like when a cat eats grass, where it's just like
it doesn't
Lots of
digest.
gagging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would give the rest to Barrett.
Okay.
I forgot I can do that. Can I roll my heels?
Yes, you can definitely roll your heels.
Yeah. Nice. And I'm not hurt.
Equal to half my level rounded up, so I can do it 3 times.
Yep.
How much do those vary?
1 hit point, and you got 9 of them. Yeah.
That is a really good racial
Yeah, it is.
option.
That's amazing. I want to be a troll next time.
Well, there's always Saturday morning character creation workshop.
That's this Saturday, right?
Yes.
Is it this Saturday?
Yes.
What's going on?
I
You
thought we
have
were just
something going
starting
on.
slightly late.
Oh, so when I left last week, Scott wasn't going to be available Saturday, so we were going to do workshop. But if that changed,
No, I'm
available.
available. I'm on duty, so I'm gonna have to bring my laptop in.
Oh, well then maybe it's not a
That too.
workshop day.
Maybe it'll be after.
Yeah,
I
we
honestly had no
totally
idea what was going on. If you guys want to like do something
Oh,
else,
I'd rather play.
Yeah.
okay.
We
Anyways,
could do that after.
Oh,
Whatever.
Yep. You are traveling through dense jungle.
I am tutoring Spider in the ways of fairies.
Mm-hmm. You do still have, at this point, 3 days left to get back to Cherwood through the same mountain pass you used earlier. During this time frame, let's see, Barrett, this is your favorite terrain, and your favorite enemy was beasts, correct? All right, so during this time frame, you would be starting to see more tracks of, looks like a group of Dianakis had come through this area, that this might be their hunting grounds. You do see a T-Rex prints, and then you do see a four-legged, the prints definitely look kind of similar to both the Dianakis and the T-Rex, but about as large of a footprint as T-Rex, but definitely a four-legged something.
I'm gonna look immediately. No.
I can't quite hear you.
We muted the wrong one.
Yeah, because he was on the Switch.
You guys are getting that down.
All right. I'm gonna let the group know immediately. Like, hey guys, there's some big predators out here. It looks to be Dianakis or T-Rex.
No, it's Prince, the other one. Or, sorry.
Are these like feral? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Definitely seems to be like packs of them. You are not seeing any humanoid footprints alongside them at all.
Okay.
Spider, have you picked a favored terrain?
Yeah, I went with plains because he's a plains troll. So
Okay, thank you. I will try to keep that in mind as we go along. So at this point, it's nearing the end of the day. You've been traveling all day long. Do you wish to push through? What do you want to do in regards to what Barrett has shared with you? Or do you want to make camp, and then still, what do you want to do in regards to Barrett?
So when Barrett tells us, we can pull to a halt and chat about it. Yes, take a group vote, although that seems like a bad idea.
Can Sim and I use the rug to kind of scope high and see if we can see any of the packs nearby? If there would be.
You can certainly try. It is a very dense canopy, though, so you will have disadvantage on your perception checks to see if you can spot any of the movement.
But Sim will sing you a song to give you inspiration as we navigate our way through the forest canopy. And while your character may not be familiar with the song A Whole New World, Sim very much is. And he is singing that as you and I crest through the forest tops at the top of his lungs.
Hearing this song, Narga is eyeing that rug and like looking at his hand, like generating a firebolt.
hearing him sing that song and looking at the firebolt in his hands, I'm gonna look down at my blue skin and just wish that I was a prince or something like that. That way I wouldn't have to be here running around the forest away from my home city.
So, Barrett, you have inspiration to use on your search.
It looks like Barrett is going to use his primeval awareness.
So you don't even need my inspiration. I see. Waste.
I appreciate, yes.
So as you are hovering up through the canopy, you, of course, sense Sim, the Fae, sitting right next to you. You do also sense, about 5 miles away, a group of about 7 Fae.
Okay.
You sense kind of more towards the west in the direction you were headed. 3 miles away, there are some undead.
Damn.
So that is what you use with the primeval awareness. The packs of creatures we discussed earlier are beasts. You would normally have advantage because this is your favored terrain, but you're having disadvantage looking through the canopy, so it would just be a straight roll.
Okay.
But you have inspiration, good sir.
Yes.
Whole new world of inspiration.
Whole new world of inspiration. I have opened your eyes. Tell me,
Did
princess. what do you
put a
do?
hand gently on Narga's forearm to lower it and try and like, it's okay, don't set them on fire. They're just scouting.
But the rug is singing now. The rug must die.
That's Sim. That's Sim. I promise it's not the rug. Do you hear?
I only see the rug.
They're on top.
So I'm gonna get Sim's opinion. Let him know, like, hey, we have. Looks like there's a bunch of Fae over here. Not sure if you could talk your way out of this one, but there's also a few undead further to, you said, the west.
Yep, in the direction you were headed. Because so you're headed west, trying to get to the mountain pass that you used earlier, with Ro leading at this point. About 3 miles from where you currently are at, there is seems to be some undead in that area.
I can talk my way out of pretty much anything, but if we do that, they might wander into your other friends that aren't so big on words so much as so maybe we could let Her Highness down there know that we're headed for some things, and we'll let the other guys do their thing. They might not even be our problem. They might just be looking for Spider too.
Let's go talk to the princess.
Everybody at this point is like, oh, is something chasing us? It's Spider's fault. Or wait, no, Barrett or Spider, technically.
Rude.
It's one of the two of you.
I blame.
We never
Spider.
actually found out whose fault it was the first time, so.
Sim has determined that it's probably Spider, given that he was gifted the box, and when he threw it out there as a gift, Spider totally bought right into that. So he's pretty convinced.
I love helping Spider, but I push all the blame on top of him.
Well, Spider's also on the run, so he just assumes they're after him anyway.
Aren't we all?
Well,
But I take
Not
all the
when you're in
for the rug.
So there you go, Rosho. We have come down to inform you about the necrotic influences on the horizon, which have pinned our dear friend Barrett's inner heart that was awoken as we crested the tree line, and I showed him the whole world beneath his feet.
I am very glad that.
Narg is really confused by all allegory and just like looking like at Rosha like he's getting. Narga thinks ketchup is getting weirder. Is he getting weirder?
I think he is too.
He's sobering up. It's bad.
He's like sober. Oh no, get him high. I'm glad you two had such an intimate moment that was able to provide us some information. I feel like maybe we should rest for the night so we feel better for whatever we take on in the morning. What do we scout out a more defensible position should this roaming pack of dinos decide that we look entertaining or tasty?
Dinos?
Yeah, the initial creatures you saw, the Dinocus, right?
Deinonychus, T-Rex,
Yeah.
Yeah. The
and
dinos.
then some four-legged thing whose feet look somewhat similar in size to the T-Rex, but it's definitely four-legged, not...
Okay.
Are there
maybe it's a
dinosaurs
horse.
in the wild? Would I even know what a dinosaur is? Is that a thing?
In the Feywild? No, I don't think it is a thing in the Feywild.
Oh yeah, Sim's gonna just be kind of confused as to what we're
Okay.
talking about.
I'll defer. Someone else, maybe Barrett or Spider, can explain what a dinosaur is. But I want to look around for a good defensible position to set up camp.
Narga actually knows this one. A giant lizard. A giant lizard.
Oh, like the boss. And he points at Rochelle.
No, bigger. Much bigger.
Huh,
And not particularly communicative or pleasant.
Not the talkative type.
like you. I'm confused.
But much
Not as talky as you, or even Rosho, More talky than the undead types you were talking about.
Yeah, they're not fun.
Smell bad.
Survival, if that'll help us find a good place to camp.
Yes, with that, you think you have found a good, defensible location that has boulders around you, good canopy cover over the top, so it's not like something like big like a T-Rex could just stick its head in there.
We don't just set ourselves up in a little bowl.
Right. And it has at least 2 exits, so you do have
Perfect.
2 entrances you're going to have to worry about, but you're fairly certain that those are going to be your main focus unless you have some Jakuli in the canopy.
Alright. I'll ask Barrett and Spider if they would mind figuring out a way to set up traps on one, if not both, of the entrances so we can keep an eye on them.
I'm gonna sorry, go ahead. Set an alarm on one of the entrances.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell Sim to get off the rug and take it over to the other one.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can ride it over there if you want to, but I was just helping.
I'm totally gonna keep riding that thing if I can.
All right. So one.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, he's going to have to set the command word anyways.
All right. So one entrance is defended by the alarm spell. The other one is defended by the Reg of Smotherings, command word for smothering.
I said it.
Nargo will take first watch.
Okay.
Are we doing independent watches or are we doing group watches? And then Sim will proceed to go to sleep.
I feel like independent watch is a bad idea, and we shouldn't count on Sim to take part in the watches. So we can do like pairs of rotations. How long are we sleeping? 8 hours or 6?
And Narga needs 8 hours. Needs 8 hours to get spells back.
Okay.
Technically, Narga needs 6 hours of sleep and then can spend 2 hours of watch.
Yeah. Okay, we can do it that way.
I call watch with Spider.
You would. Yeah, we can set up rotations. If she needs to cover bases so that everybody gets the appropriate amount of rest, Ro can stand more watches, but...
Okay, it is up to you guys. You do, minus Sim, you do have 4 people, so if each of you took 2 hours of watch and slept the other 6, you get a full rest. However...
But then we're trusting everyone's perception.
Also, because you do know about Faye, if you secured a promise from Sim, technically you're bound to do what he promises to do because he can't lie.
Yeah.
I don't think I did, though. Initially, the only agreement there ever was that I'll tag along because you're interesting, and nothing has been done.
Yeah, you've got maneuvering ground to forge new agreements. Mm-hmm. I'm just being out of character.
No, that's fine. I haven't bothered, honestly, because there hasn't been anything that Rosho could offer Sim that he would be interested in, other than tagging along with us is interesting because we get into all sorts of BS. Other than that, though, she doesn't have anything, so...
I mean, we have an alarm on one door. That's going.
Yeah.
We
have an alarm and a trap.
We have an alarm and a trap. And I'm pretty sure Narga at least can watch one door for most of the one exit, and he has good night vision and with his sense of smell and generally speaking. So he's good on the watch, and the rest of you guys have decent survival, so it shouldn't be too
Yeah, I
big.
was gonna say we can all just take turns with that on her watch. Ro will do the same thing with Druid Craft again to, I guess, emanate that smell of her poison and the saliva, particularly into the canopy to try and ward off anything. But that's about it.
All right.
I will say Narga will spend like. When he gets bored on his watch, it's probably like 30 minutes. He's going to use prestidigitation to make sure that Sim and the rug are as dirty as humanly possible.
Okay. With those precautions, with finding a defensible location, setting up the alarm and the rug, as well as Rose, druid crafting the smell of her poisonous septic breath into the canopy, I would say the night goes smoothly without a hitch.
Awesome. Shocking.
However, I would like Spider to roll a D100 for me, please.
I knew
Oh, God.
I knew it. Those coins.
Couldn't just drop these off.
Nope, gotta get the money's worth.
Okay. Okay.
I'm currently in a business sales department at work, and I'm told every day not to leave money on the table. So
Okay, so as you are securing from your rest, bless you, packing up the horse and everything else, Spider's coin sack erupts, and all of his coins in that. You guys are killing me. I so wish that the first one I had prepped now was a Tabaxi, but they're not.
Damn, that's awesome.
I will say, however, that this particular person, as they completely destroy Spider's coin sack,
rude.
They do have pointed ears, in that they seem to have cat ears on top of their head, as well as horns. They have the very almond-shaped eyes of the Fae, and they do have a cat tail, but they are definitely more elf or human-looking than a Tabaxi is. And as they erupt from...
This is in the morning, right?
This is in the morning. As soon as they erupt out, they are wearing brown and green feathers. And let's see, there's 5 of you. They are going to immediately target Barrett. Or I should say, as they appear, their bow and arrow was pointed at you, and an arrow is loosed in your direction. Okay. There you are. Which I'm pretty sure an 8 misses. So this Fey-like creature with cat ears and a tail and horns fires an arrow at you as they destroy Spider's coin pouch, and seem very confused looking around and stumble away from Spider, slamming up against a tree after they loose the arrow.
Initiative, or we can just act?
Right now, because of how startled they are, you can just act. Each of you can do something you would like to do.
Okay. Narga, as soon as he notices this, will bonus action Hex and then Eldritch Blast this idiot.
Okay.
Is anybody waking Sim up, or am I sleeping through this?
This is in the morning while you guys were all prepping to leave.
Oh man, I missed my opportunity to wake up and talk about the death monster.
My scream probably woke you up.
Cool. I'm gonna roll with that scream on my turn.
First one I'm pretty sure misses, second one hits.
Yes.
And I'm going to kind of tuck down my hat as I die.
8 force damage.
Okay. They scream in pain as your Eldritch Blast blasts into them. All right. Does anyone else want to do something before we go into initiative?
Sim is gonna scream out, "What?" And when he sits up because of the scream, it was like, "Oh my god, I've been attacked!" Ah! Like he's freaking out because he's covered in dirt and hopefully by
Spider's gonna.
thinks the dust bunts attacked him.
Spider's gonna jump up and try to grab a hold of the intruder.
Okay. Opposed strength or athletics, whichever is better for you.
Spider is weary.
Okay. Let's see.
And I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the one that tried to shoot me.
Oh, and I will go ahead and also say he will have disadvantage on strength checks.
Very well.
Subdued.
Sad.
Oh wait, that was a dex check, but it doesn't matter. Spider successfully grabs a hold of this person.
Got him.
He is Hunter
Hold on.
Mark.
Let's
Hex.
talk.
Okay. What would Ro like to do?
Talk to it. Try and speak common first to see if it speaks common.
Okay.
Hello, who are you?
What the fuck is going on? Where am I? Who are you?
What's the name of this continent?
Akira?
Akira. You're on Akira? I don't know why you're here. Who are you?
I'm just a hunter. I don't know what Akira is.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from the. I'm from Zael.
I'm gonna walk up behind Sim and like kind of kick him in the butt towards the guy and be like, "Your turn to do the talking again."
Has anyone told Norga to stop? Because Norga's. Because it's been 6 seconds.
Forward. No, when I ran forward, I yelled, "Stop! Stop! Let's talk."
Okay.
So does anybody recognize that place that they say they're from? Sim.
Do I?
You know more about this situation. That's why I kicked you in the ass.
If anyone is proficient in history, you could roll a history check, and I'm going with that because it's all
Oh, I actually.
Only if we're proficient?
correct. Well, Sim could because you are traveling between different planes of existence, but anyone else thus far would need history.
Holy!
I don't
Why
know.
is this when I get my 20?
I don't know.
Wow.
All right, Ro, during the time frame that you had growing up and learning back in the place, thank
When
you.
dinosaurs
back in
roamed
the- you had heard of another world called Zael. You know that it is not another plane of existence. It was considered to be part of the material plane, but it was not connected with Suabos.
Okay. So I would tell this person that I don't know how, but they are now on another planet, and explain as much as I can, explain the situation to them. Did Sim or Spider share with us more about these coins and that this person is likely one of them?
I don't know. Well,
I think because I know. Sorry.
Sim is
Apparently
more
Spider-
interested in cleaning at the moment. And using his outfit to clean it.
I know they were talking about it as we were walking. I just don't know how much they were saying.
So either he's an incredibly talented pickpocket and was hiding in my purse, or
Unlikely.
I think maybe the
Or
Fey
you have bag of
champion-
holding and and you've been keeping people in bag of holding.
Yes, I keep people in my bag of holding.
Didn't they
'Cause
die?
I'm-
No, there's enough snacks in there.
Ask the creature if they know of anything they may have done to piss off the Fae.
Oh, the Fae. You're not Fae, are you?
Oh, I am.
Only that one is, but don't worry, he doesn't seem to be like the other ones we've met so far. A little less immediately murdery and vengeful.
I'm like, no Faye you'll ever meet again.
Can Narga start sniffing him to see if he smells anything that reminds him of Sim on him? Like any?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a perception check.
They have a specific BO.
Yeah. I would say, Ro, you need to do a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Okay.
Like, more specifically, friend, did you do anything to
smells-
upset the enchantress?
All right. So Narga, they smell like a cat. Like very strongly of cat.
I'm gonna hiss at it, and then like my eyes will go. Like I'm sure, like I'm not gonna actually cast it, but it's like the look of when I cast Eldritch Blast. Like my eyes are gonna go like super purple at this point. Like, and I'm gonna hiss at it and back up.
Or
Oh my god.
What am I trying to persuade them that Sim isn't like the other Fae and isn't gonna hurt them?
yep, that Sim is not like the other Fae, and that the rest of you are not Fae.
Okay. Can I kind of nudge Sim then and be like, in a non-verbal way, basically give me inspiration. So I'm like, hey, help, look, harmless and yourself, please. You really is just a talking goat. Like, you don't have anything to worry about.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Do not give him disadvantage. Spider, you traitor. You traitor. How dare you? Well, I'm gonna wait to roll till she gets back, just in case.
You know what? I was gonna try and help calm down Puppy, but you're being very mean.
I will be right back.
Nice. Spider's being mean.
And I'm gonna say, okay, well then I'll take care of Puppy.
Spider's hugging the stranger.
He's gonna walk over to Puppy, and he's gonna pull out this ornate box that Spider gave him, and he's gonna say, Puppy, check this out. New cigar box. Holds so much more than you can imagine. And he's gonna open it up and show him how he can fit his whole arm in this box.
Yeah, Narga is not actually paying attention. For once, like it's hard to distract Narga. Narga wants to kill this thing.
I would also be using that example of Sim.
Scott, I am trying to persuade you to pay attention to this cigarette box.
Okay, I am going to growl at you in response. So let me try.
Some antics.
So yeah.
And Narga's apparently not letting it happen. And I was trying to use that distraction to calm this creature down.
So I just rolled a nat 20 on my intimidation roll it was kind of at that guy and Sim at the same time on that one. What the hell?
Okay, I am still going to allow Ro to make a persuasion check. It's now going to be with disadvantage to.
Because me and Puppy are arguing.
Well, with disadvantage. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In that case, they are going to go ahead and Misty Step 30 feet from you. So, Spider, they are suddenly not in your arms. It's just a puff of smoke. Only this kind of like mist seems to be golden in hue. It's not like a dark mist. And they are 30 feet away from you.
I mean, let them go then. Fuck it.
Should we tell them about the dinosaurs?
No, if they don't want to chat, that's their problem.
What about the rug?
What about the rest?
On cue, which way are they going?
Yeah, exactly.
They are going towards the east.
Where did
So
we lay those traps?
So the rug or the alarm?
somebody roll me a D2.
1.
All right,
One.
rug. Which means
Do it. Do it. Do it.
all right. So
We really are going to hell.
No, not.
uh,
We're just trapping it. We're not killing it. I wanted to calm down and answer some questions.
that's fine.
So
Also, I actually.
I want some clarification here. So the thing that Narga hates the most is currently wrapped around the thing that he really wants to kill right now.
Yeah, basically, it's a hate burrito. It's Narga's hate burrito.
Yeah, Narga's hate burrito is wrapped around this person that
That's what it's
suddenly. Yeah. Hey, Burrito.
Yeah, you know what Narga's about to do.
Go right ahead.
What about my persuasion roll?
Yeah, no, I'm still.
I tried to persuade you to pay attention to the box.
I'm trying to stop Narga from destroying at least the rug. I'm just gonna say, wait. Why do you want this dead? Like I'm trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to.
All right. So at
never to kill
this
us. Just talk to
point,
talk to it.
I am going to need initiative
Okay.
from everyone.
4, so you guys have a chance.
That's them.
I'm not used to my initiative being so pathetic. This makes me sad. I mean, I'm still rolling decent, but I'm not used to not having a plus 10 or 12 to my initiative.
Yeah, but every time, like, whenever we have high initiative, like, we roll, like, 2s and 3s, and...
Very true.
Spider. Does
D20's out to get us.
Barrett or Roe want to go first?
He's doing a thing, so I'm guessing I'm going first.
All right. Barrett will go after
back.
Roe,
Okay.
which
Okay.
leaves then Sim.
That was the most laborious glass of wine ever. I hope you enjoy it. It's well earned.
And actually, they are going to go right after Barrett, and then Sim. And what did I roll? Oh, no. And that was a 5. So that poor rug of smothering is going to be way back there. What did Sim roll? Not Sim. What did Narga roll?
I rolled it to 4. He's gonna be last.
All right. Narga is 4. All right. As your party
Which
is
is probably a good thing.
Okay, Spider. This person misty steps out of your arms. They land in the rug, getting wrapped up in it. Narga looks like he's turning. He's got purple glowing eyeballs right now. What do you want to do?
I will hold my action in case a dinosaur attacks, and then I will shoot it.
It's like you don't trust me or something.
I'm playing Overwatch.
All right, Ro, you are next.
I mean, kind of don't really care about this thing. It didn't do anything wrong as far as I know, but it has pissed off Narga. So I'm going to try really briefly to communicate again with Narga. Why do you want this thing dead?
It is apex predator. There can be only one apex predator. It has impeded upon our territory. It must pay.
Is this because it's from another place?
Yeah, I do not know about that. Narga is not xenophobe.
Out of
He
character.
knows the word.
Sorry, out of character. I am just trying to understand what it is about this thing that Narga hates so much.
That is a cat.
Oh, that's all I needed. That's all I needed.
The druid gets it now.
Yeah, the druid gets it now, and also is kind of just like.
Basically, he hates it because he rolled a natural 1 on his perception check on whether or not this thing was a threat or not. So
Yeah. I don't think it's worth your time. I'll try to persuade him that way that it's really not as dangerous as you think, and it's not worth your energy to try and kill it. There are better, bigger things to kill right outside.
okay,
Whenever it comes to your turn, if you want to.
I'll do a wisdom check to decide, and then Becca can tell me if I snap out of my weird rage.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. And then I'll just hold action for, I don't know, turning into a bear if the dinosaurs attack.
Okay. All right, Barrett.
I like spiders things.
I mean, if I were running the game, you would totally be attacked by dinosaurs right now.
Right after all the big spells are cast.
I'm gonna use
Could you guys switch your audio? It's harder to hear Steph for some reason.
I can't use animal handling on Narga, right? You're not a dog.
He is not a dog. He is definitely
Not a dog.
humanoid, despite the fact that he's covered in fur.
I'm gonna kind of hang back with Spider and just kind of ready my axes But just kind of chill out and see how things play out.
Okay. Well, that brings us to this person's turn. We'll see if they are going to use their action trying to get out of the rug. And do not succeed. So what's happening is they're going like, "Moop, moop," and they're kind of like thrashing around in the rug, desperate, but they do not manage to break free. So, Sim, you are up next.
Well, so are we playing that I'm intimidated based on your intimidation roll, or was that just to counter my persuasion
That was just to
roll?
counter your persuasion roll, basically.
Okay. I didn't know if I should be slinking away in fear from you. or
No,
anything.
That was basically like his reply.
Sim's gonna look pretty crestfallen that you didn't like his Christmas present for you, and he's just gonna close the lid and put it back in his haversack, and he is gonna kind of slink away, walking dejectedly back towards the rug. But now he is definitely between you and the rug on this transit.
Providing cover to the rug.
Yes, unless you want to fireball me in the back.
Okay.
And that's my action.
All right. It is now the rug's turn, and they are going to just continue smothering this thing. They take 14 points of bludgeoning damage
And are suffocating.
and are suffocating.
Which means they can't cast spells.
Narga.
Okay, so I have to do a wisdom check first to see if I can snap out of my horrible, horrible rage.
Yes, yes.
It was actually a check, not a save, but it's the same modifier, so...
It's high enough. You realize that even though this thing is very cat-like and definitely smells like a cat, it seems to be terrified. It is wrapped up in the rug you hate so much, but all of your companions are trying to tell you it's
To
really-
not burn the rug. I got it.
Yeah, they care about the rug. They care about the rug.
He's auditioning to be my best friend.
Okay, Narga is going to kind of dejectedly...
Oh, he's been so dejected this whole episode.
I know.
Everyone's dejected this episode.
is going to like walk around Sim. The rug is what, like 30 feet away from him, so he can get into melee.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
I have 35-foot movement. You didn't get around me.
I'm not gonna attack. I'm going to grab onto the guy and pull him out of the rug.
All right, I need a strength check.
Athletics check or strength check?
I will allow for an athletics check.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm going to use Divine Favor just because I can. So that's plus 2d4.
So you're not struggling with the rug, you're determined.
Yeah, 19.
All right, so you easily pull open the rug and rip this person basically by the scruff out of the rug.
Like a cat. I'm actually holding it at the screen.
Yep.
And I'm gonna look menacingly at the rug. I'm going to actually spend sorcery points to do this, but not to actually cast it. I'm going to bonus action Eldritch Blast right next to the rug. Calm down.
Okay. All right, with that, we come to the top of the round with Spider, and I believe you were, prior to all of that going down, trying to ask if they had pissed off the Enchantress.
Yep.
Okay, do you want to re-ask that question?
Yeah, sure. I'll approach and my bow is out, but not pointed at him or anything.
Yeah.
All right.
So, the Enchantress,
To Spider?
did you anger her?
You don't work for her, do you? Please no, please help.
No, we freed you from her.
They kind of go limp in Narga's claws.
Good kitty cat.
Puppy, did you kill them?
Can I? Can Narga?
They tense right back up. All right. So unless someone commands the rug to do anything, or unless anyone wants to do anything,
I'm deactivating the trap and climbing onto the rug as a ride again, and I'm just gonna hover.
okay. So we can go out of initiative at this point again.
I'll just tie up this cat thing so that Narga doesn't have to worry quite so much.
So yeah, we broke her enchantment and thought you might want to offer tribute or something, but then you got all excited. So
I'm sorry. You guys were so scary. Please don't let the hyena person eat me.
Finally, somebody gets it. I'm not dog.
we're all looking at each other like, "What's a hyena?"
Just very confused. You're not a dog?
What? Why didn't you say
Be
something?
nice to the kitties.
Well, I don't really have much on me for payment. I don't even know what sort of payment you would want.
You don't really need payment. It's fine.
No. I mean, why don't you go back to?
And we let you go.
I can't see her face.
You can't see whose face.
You can't see Ro.
I hear a voice, but I don't see your face moving.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Because I can't see or hear Travis.
Oh,
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Well, no, because
I can't see her here. I can hear Shayna. I can't see her though.
okay.
I thought you were making a joke because she was trying to rob you of your reward.
No, it was just weird talking.
She's gone.
You good?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Anyways. So no, you don't got any tribute or anything. I mean, you just go back to your family and tell them how we rescued you or something.
Oh, thank you. I can certainly do that once I find the Shadow Road. But thank you very much. Who shall I say freed me?
The mighty Narga freed you, of course.
Narga did not. Narga just told the rug to calm down.
You freed them from the rug. The hero of the day.
Narga is not hero. Tell them the sun puppies or the sun dogs. What did we decide under the mercenary group's name again?
I like sun dogs, but everyone else screamed sun puppies.
Sun puppies does not inspire fear. Sun dogs really doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Puppy, you inspire great fear. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Can I Eldritch Blast Sim on that one?
So long as everyone in the party is okay with player versus player, then yes, you can.
I'm not. I'm gonna just blast the ground in front of him.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Do it. You're not actually hitting him.
No.
Critical miss and hits him in the face.
I'm looking at Sun Beast or something like that. Sun Beasts, plural, whatever.
Let's compromise with sun dogs. That's halfway between.
Anyways, sun dogs freed you. Tell everybody you know that we are a very scary, very organized group of mercenaries.
I'm not even gonna contradict organized. I'm just gonna nod and.
Yeah, there's lots of
I
nodding.
appreciate that. Yeah, lots of agreement and just like do that, and I'll untie them so that they can leave.
So, sun dogs?
Yes,
Yes.
and never encroach upon our territory again, or Narga will eat you.
You could come and talk to me first.
Along with bloodthirsty
Before
rugs.
approaching, yes.
Oh, is anybody else going to explode out of Spider's bag? Because that would be very important to do.
Yeah,
Spider, is anyone else gonna explode out of your bag?
there's 19 more.
19 people hiding in your bag.
Well, technically, no.
What's the technically explain?
Well,
And this is
you know
your
what
chance
They're all people.
He tore my bag and it fell to the ground, so they're over there on the ground.
Okay, so let's sort them real quick.
Okay, I'll
If
take care
you're
of that.
okay with that.
No, I'll take care of that. That's fine.
Okay, so you can sort them. Now, what do we want to do with these 19 potential people bombs?
I was going to go buy 19 bottles of Sylvan wine in honor of the enchantress who gave them to me.
I mean, if you can put the coins somewhere safer and we don't keep them in camp.
So Narga worked for this guy once. It was like a year thing. It was kind of a weird thing. Some adventurers came, killed him. But he had a similar motif, and he dug this huge complex and put like bars and dropped the coins in them, and then he just kept them there. That seems like the modus operandi for a lot, or the for what you're supposed to do with captured souls. I'm just going with tradition here. Narga's just going with tradition here.
And the person is going to go, okay, I see one of the shadow paths. I'm just going to go. And
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
in the shade of one of the trees, in the deep shadows, kind of like a rift appears. And they just walk through, and then both they and the rift disappear.
I look over to Sim. Why didn't you tell us that was there?
It's not there.
I don't get it.
So what does everybody think of
Upset.
What we might call the dungeon plan?
I think that we're not going to have that kind of time.
I would be good with it if, we had the time and the space for that. But for now, let's just make sure that the coins aren't in our camp while we're sleeping and resting.
Oh, if that's the problem, just give them to Narga. Narga will take care of it.
I got an idea. I'll take care of it.
What's your idea, though, Spider?
Narga could melt the coins.
Why do you want to know all my ideas?
Because I need to make sure that you're not infringing on the safety of this company.
Well,
I
that
need to
sounds
know
very
what
rational.
exactly you're doing. I know. It's unfortunate I'm that character.
So sometimes when I say I have a plan, I don't literally mean that I have a plan.
No, I know.
I mean that.
Yeah, no, I know. What's Narga? You said you have a plan, an actual plan. What is your actual plan?
Well, the issue is that we have these coins that might explode into people, correct?
Yes.
So what if we do not have coins anymore? We just dig hole, throw the coins in, done.
Because the plan we had before was to free these people.
You weren't going to free them. You were going to spend them. Remember how
As
you
I'm
said that?
saying,
On good words.
these people.
If they're not people right now.
Alright, tell me
Are
what,
we
Spider.
concerned that people are bad people? Because if we have that, I have a different plan. Same basic plan, dig hole, but then we take a bunch of sand with what is essentially like horse bone. You have horse, right? And you mix it together with water and throw it down there and then pour all that on top of it.
Alright, hey Spider, so the issue is that you have 19 gold coins and you don't want to lose that monetary value, right?
No, that's not the issue. The
No,
issue
so I
is-
couldn't just offer you 20 gold coins.
Well,
And trade you.
yesterday you could have. Today, the enchantress has told us that she expects a story in payment for the taking of the coins. So we have to witness what happens to these prisoners being freed so that we can report back to her.
Then it sounds like you're sleeping in a separate camp.
What
Or
I,
the coins are every night. Just put them
Thinking.
somewhere else every night.
Well, on the bright side, he makes all the traps that protects the camp at night. So I'm
No,
gonna
he and Barrett do. Barrett's the one who sets the traps.
Okay.
Spider has the rug.
That's an excellent suggestion. Let's put this. Let's put the coins on the trap every night.
Yeah, that's what
There
I'm
we go.
saying. Yeah, they just need to be secured so that if a person pops out of them, something immediately is dealing with.
So we should leave these on the rug.
Yeah, we're leaving them on the rug every day.
Yeah,
and they'll look like bait for anyone who comes along.
exactly. It's great. Win-win.
All right, fine. Sounds good. Let's move on.
Narga sees no problems with this plan at all.
No, I'm good with it.
It's gonna be better when we get closer to town. Trust me.
Better is a different word.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's going to be interesting.
Plan set.
Yep.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Okay.
This is gonna go horrible.
So I'm going to call it there tonight, unless
Alright.
anyone has anything else they want to discuss or specific you want to do before continuing your journey to Cherwin.
So-
I'm going to call the Enchantress and just like completely lounging and just regale the entire story with, you know, just a smidgen of embellishment.
When he calls, he actually has to do this. This is how they communicate. Please. This is how the magic works.
So he's got like a stone in his hand and
Yeah.
holding it like...
It's making a small, like, planar rift to talk.
I
to.
will say, and this is probably during the planning thing, like whatever tree the creature, the guy disappeared through during the shadow path thing, Narga is at it like absentmindedly like clawing at it, trying to figure out where the hell he went.
How soon do you start that after he goes through?
He tries to be as nonchalant as possible about it.
I'm not
so-
really bothered.
But he wandered over and started.
Yeah, it's like I would say like a minute. Like they were having the conversation and he was giving his plan, and then like he started like just.
Okay, give me a D100.
Please don't. Narga. Come on.
16?
Narga falls in and is never seen
God
again.
damn it. No, I can't lose Narga. After last week, I refused.
There is a patch of the area in the shadow of the tree that is squishy.
I poke it.
Yeah, it is like oddly squishy, but you don't seem to be entering it. You don't seem to be like
I
falling
bite
through.
it.
Do I notice?
I have a bite attack. I bite it.
Do I notice this?
Okay, you're biting shadow. Literally, you're biting shadow.
Okay, I spend like a minute biting shadow.
I'm gonna look at Rochelle and say, I think he's trying drugs without us for once. And this is not fair. Whatever he's
I'll check and see what it is he's having and if it can be shared. So I'll go over and see what he's up to. And oh no.
Narga does not explain. It's literally like yesterday with Puma in the box, like trying to open the box that we can't. Like that Narga spends quite a few minutes trying to do this.
All right, I'll just sit there next to him in case something happens, and just tell Sam. I'll yell over. It's not drugs. Don't worry, you're not missing out.
Okay.
And now that the coin thing has been figured out, she doesn't care about that anymore.
Okay.
Well, figured out, but you know. Sensibly.
I will say at some point, like Narga, like then Narga's thing, like he will take out one of his coins, like something small that will actually fit through the part of shadow, and like try to flick it through it. Like a button or something, one of his spell components. I don't know.
I was gonna say I might have something. you can
Alright.
get through.
Then roll an unarmed or a what do you call that when it's something that's not normal?
An improvised weapon.
Yeah, improvised weapon attack.
Okay, so that's a strength check.
I really want this to like fly
Six.
through and hit him in the face.
6.
It just kind of flies through the shadow and lands on the ground.
Okay, then Narga finally stops doing whatever.
Dejected once more.
Yeah, just slumps against the tree and just like.
So I'm gonna try and cheer up Marga with like food or drink or something because this is depressing.
All right, go ahead.
He's not Nox. He needs something.
He doesn't drink. He does eat, but it is the eating of the person who equates food with love.
Oh.
Aww.
He's eating his feelings.
Why is that such a downer? God.
So kind of like how Puma expects food from us to show our love to her.
Very much so.
Okay.
There
Okay, and then I actually need to log off.
you
Yeah.
go. Okay.
So that's where we will secure it from today.
All right.
Marsh,
I
Bye.
hope everybody had fun.
Yeah,